Hey, what's up, guys?
What is up?
Happy KOTG Tuesday.
Oh, yes.
We got a lively chat tonight. We got a couple international guys. Lawn Care Ecos. It's morning for
Uh-oh.
him, and then Tiff Tough Coast is afternoon for him down under.
That's right, drunk long guy. Nothing like. I'm not even gonna say
it. He's been off call now. He's got his beer for the week.
Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out. First time listener Don Vogel in the chat. My friend down in the Oklahoma City area. He's really excited. He just got into lawn care, so give him a shout out.
What's up, Don Vogel?
What up, Don
The
Vogel?
Don.
Yeah.
Welcome, Don.
In the OKC.
Yeah, simple lawn
Got a
care.
bunch of good dudes in the chat with you, Don.
ES Aquatics, haven't seen him in here, so we got some newbies in here. So welcome everybody. So let's go ahead and kick this off. So welcome to the 27th episode of Keep Off the Grass Livecast. So last week was our pretty much 6-month mark, guys. That was cool. So we're on to 27 now. I'm Brian, or Lawntism. I'll be your host for this evening. Before we get into the specifics of the show, let's grab a glass and keep off the grass.
What are you drinking, Cody?
Kool-Aid, fruit punch. No, Diet Mountain Dew with some Tito's.
Oh yeah, I need a buzz,
Hello.
Cody, tonight.
Uh-oh.
He's got his
I need some of those under the breath comments.
Oh. This is my fourth one, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got some Tito's too.
It's the sound of a man with a newborn.
Yes.
He's getting ready to start
man.
tonight.
Mark, what do you got? You drinking on something?
But
No, right now I just have just a Dr. Pepper, but I might go down and
Okay.
grab a drink here in a minute.
All right.
All right, guys. So we've got an action-packed episode for you this evening, but we wanted all of our podcast listeners to know who we are. So as a quick introduction, we are Keep Off the Grass Livecast, 10 DIY lawn enthusiasts who like to talk about all things relating to lawn care. You can find us on YouTube at Keep Off the Grass Livecast. So please like and subscribe. We also have an Instagram page. It's at keep.off.the.grass. And finally, you can head over to our website, KOTG.live. Read more about who we are, where we're from, what grass types we have, and even what our mower deck size is.
Ooh.
you know what size deck
What about some
Zach's
merch?
working with.
Yeah, we can also find our previous live casts on there and find a link to our merch site. Look at that.
How about it?
We're seeing more and more shirts out there. It's pretty exciting.
I don't know. I want Brent's shirt right now. He's looking.
No,
Phew.
this is my favorite shirt. This is my favorite shirt.
I definitely do you tonight, Brent.
Favorite.
Do me.
I had to feel free. I had to free my wings. Had to fly free.
Nice.
And yes. So if you are listening,
are you wearing
podcast,
the
consider.
do you have the tank on?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yes.
That is
I
it?
can't see it in the show it off.
Oh yeah. See, got that.
There it is.
Oh, it's not the.
Oh, I thought it
Steve?
was the KOTG one.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh no. This is just my
you
old.
can pick up that one. It's a pretty
Oh.
sick tank. You can get yourself.
Oh.
I know. I should. I do need to get one. I need to put an order in. So
Special
I
edition.
just sent today. Up in Lawn got my KOTG shirt that I did a giveaway for, and
Yeah.
I must say, because the last one I had we had a little issue with uploading the logo, and so the first one that I got was with a previous logo, and it was all pixelated and looked like garbage. And then Brian was cool enough to work some magic on it. So I told Up in Lawn, I was like, hey, listen, if it comes in and that thing looks like garbage, let me know, and we're gonna work on that logo and get it squared away. But it looks really good. And I texted him. I was like, I might have to get me one of those. And he was like, oh, you don't even have your own shirt? And I was like, nah, I don't yet. I need to do that.
Yeah,
I need to get pink tank and I need to get a black t-shirt too.
Mm.
But listen, if you are listening on the podcast, consider joining us on Tuesday nights live, 10 Eastern, 9 Central. And all you got to do to join us live is make sure you got a Gmail account. If you got a Google account, you can go on to YouTube, log into your account, and then you too can hop into the live chat and join us. And also hit that subscribe button down below to help us out. And
buy your girl
like
some
button.
leggings.
Hey, Papa Mo says Lawngenuity, he needs that shirt for next month. So he might be, because he's going to be on the beach, he might get your pink top edition.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get one tomorrow. Drunk Lawn Guy says I gotta take it off. I did a story for him a couple weeks ago. I was like, I'm gonna channel Drunk Lawn Guy. I was like, I don't have a garage at my house, so I'm gonna come sit in my sauna. I do have a sauna. So I sat in my sauna and I was like, hey, today this is what I did. That was a funny one because I was like, oh, let me be like my boy over here, shirtless.
All right, so we are talking summer stress because it's pretty much affecting everybody right now. Then we're going to announce the lawn of the week, do a drawing for our viewer guests next week. And we also have a couple giveaways to announce from Olee, who's not here right now, and also Cody. So we'll do those throughout the show.
Oh,
But how about we get into a little bit of summer stress, guys?
So
Yes.
Cody, summer stress. Your grass likes the summer, correct?
yeah, you would think so. This year I'm playing a little bit differently. I think last year I kept it my Bermuda probably about an inch, 2 inches. This year I have it all the way up 3 inches in front and back. Front yard is looking pretty amazing, especially under the tree, which I'm loving. Shout out to Hydrotane for that, maybe, and some Petra. Oh yeah, Petra sprayers, and then Pro Pete. But backyard, I'm actually having some issues. It may, it's not as green as it should be, and it looks like it's just riddled with disease back there. And on my YouTube channel, I told everyone from the beginning, I didn't put any posts or pre-emergence down back there. I wanted to see what the Bermuda can actually do and what it can choke out and go from there. But I'm not liking what it looks like right now. It's actually holding up pretty well. And honestly, it hasn't been horribly hot here. We haven't hit, we really haven't hit like into the hundreds yet. So, but August is right around the corner. So we'll see.
You guys aren't in the hundreds down by you yet?
No. I
So
think
you
the
normally
highest,
get like 60 straight days of 100 plus from like July through August usually.
Oh yeah. This year is totally different. I don't know if it was because of the whole winter thing going on, but this year's totally different. It's insane. I blame that on the backyard with the heat and everything, but at first, and then I was like, no, that front yard's coming in too good to, there's something going on. But no, yeah, we haven't hit 100 yet.
So is the one person on the chat tonight that's warm season. So what are you doing right now to address that? Like what height of cut are you at? Like what's your plan here to get through the summer stress?
Yeah, no, I've definitely moved my height cut up, like I said, to 3 inches for front and back. Definitely taking it easy, making sure now that it is so long, I can actually look at the blades of grass a little bit better, see if I'm cutting it right, because that'll mess it up in the heat. Seeing if I'm getting enough water back there, stepping up my water game. So that, and throwing down, I threw down for the first time I've used Hydrotane. We're going to see how that works, granular and liquid. Granular in the back, liquid in the front, but it seems to be doing really well. The front yard is just a showcase for me, but the backyard, it's a work in progress. But that's what I'm doing, just making sure I'm keeping it wet and moist, and just making sure. No, I do not.
Okay.
So
No,
how's it?
I manually water.
How's it choking it out?
Oh, I gotta, I
A little bit at a time.
Oh man, it's choking some things out. I do have some sedge back there, which I don't like, and I get them confused because I think they look similar. It's either crabgrass or Dallas grass back there. And I want to say it's Dallas grass, but yeah, that's what's killing me back spots. But other than that, it's real brown. I think I don't want to give any away, but I think I'm gonna just take it all off the back. I'm gonna do a dethatch since it hasn't been too hot, and for I think my third or fourth application of Pro Pete, I'm gonna let it down afterwards and let it green up, baby.
Nice. Who else? Anybody else dealing with summer stress? Oh, hey, Olee, I know
No,
you.
Ole's in that transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've been struggling for some rain. This year's the most I've ever watered. Last month was 212,000 gallons in 32 days.
Wow.
And still not enough water, which it's hard to cover the whole place. But I've kept it pushing enough to where we finally got some rain. I think it's going to recoup pretty good. But it's bone dry, especially the non-irrigated places where I've been trying to drag the big sprinklers just to keep them covered.
It's too bad like Bill or even Sean aren't on tonight. I'd love to hear about them because they're like the one part of the country that's just getting absolutely just destroyed with rain right now.
Hammered.
Yeah. Like a foot of rain or something.
Somebody told me they got, a foot of rain. And they got like 9 inches of it in one day.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Olee, how much,
crazy.
what rain do you usually get this time of year? Like, what's your average for the month or so?
I don't know. I can't answer that honestly. Last year we had so much rain, I didn't have to water at all. I hadn't, I never sprinkled or ran irrigation at all last year because we had so much rain.
Okay.
This year's a different story. Now I did buy me one of those Accurite weather stations,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to start tracking that because normally I put notes on my phone and just, walk out of the house each morning and look at the rain gauge. But here lately it ain't rained, so I give up on that.
Right.
But I would love to know, what we've had in like the last 30 days and stuff like that. So I'm going to start tracking that with that new weather gauge, weather monitor.
Yeah.
Now, Olee, you did say you have irrigation, right?
I have irrigation. I got 3 acres altogether, and 2 acres of it is irrigated. The field to the left of my house, if you're facing it, the field to the left is 1 acre. It's not irrigated at all. Now I've got underground plumbing to where I can run, a sprinkler off of it. And that's where I run those big sprinklers.
Yeah.
But I have to keep sort of moving them around. And in the very back for probably 28,000 square feet in the very back is not irrigated. But I've learned that even though the way it's been so dry, and at one time it was really windy, and that makes a big difference on drying the ground out is the wind. I never give that any thought, but a lot of wind, a lot of breeze helps dry it out too. And it's really hard to put enough water on it when it's 90 plus degrees to keep everything going like you would think. So.
All right, you got that evaporation time, but you've got such a large yard, you got to run water all the time, even during that evaporation.
I mean, I've broken all the rules, watered through the night and everything else. Luckily, I got fungicides down. I got ahead of that. But I broke all the do nots. But I mean, whenever you're trying to water this, you start at one corner, and by the time you get to the other corner, it's time to start at the other corner again. It's time to do it all again. So you got to find somehow to get it moist.
Jason Gooden put in the chat that mid-Missouri got 27 inches of rain, I think he said, in the month of June.
Jeez, man.
That's insane.
Holy crap.
That is insane.
Now,
Now, he's got a pond, right? Don't he have a pond right behind his place?
yeah, he's the fishing one.
I'd be sucking
Well,
that water out of that.
And I'd have me about a
Suck it
9
down.
horsepower pump and one of them big daddies from Big Sprinklers, and I'd be shooting a stream about 200 foot in one direction.
Would you now?
Damn.
Ew.
Yeah,
I mean,
sugar
pushing
land
it
said
out
that they're
there.
getting hammered down in like the Houston area too. They've been getting a lot of rain as well.
Hey, Brent, how's it going in New York? I've seen a couple memes of orca whales going through the streets. So, are you getting any of that?
So
I saw that.
we are getting I would say we are getting more rain than usual over the last couple of weeks. It's been so hot and humid, and then we just keep getting crazy thunderstorms. And so there's been a lot of flash flooding, but not necessarily a lot of like good, like slow, consistent rain. It just seems like every week we're getting like a really crazy rainstorm. And I mean, that's good. I'm about that. I think that's great. It's better than nothing for sure. But it just seems that, that's kind of how it is. We're not really getting like a lot of like regular good kind of rainstorms. We're getting a lot of like dumped on, kind of once a week over the last, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. We've had just a couple good big time thunderstorms. So that's good. When I went away to Florida a couple weeks ago and I was gone for a week, there was no rain and it was 100 degrees every day, and my lawn took a beating. I put it up on Instagram and it looked like crap when I got back. I mean, everything was yellowed out. Everything was, had 1 foot in the grave. And, there's some spots where, no matter what I've done, I mean, it just simply put, the grass is just dead in a couple spots. And I've got, I've just got a couple dead spots. Yeah, there you go. So, kind of that, everything's starting to look a lot better. But if you can kind of look at that top right one, I have this vein that kind of runs like straight from the street to my edge of my sidewalk of, really kind of browned out stuff. And a lot of those, you can look at some of the bigger patches right there, and those spots are just, they're straight dead. There's no bringing them back. So that's just going to have to be a, rake out and seed issue in the fall. And, hopefully I can, just get something good and get some seed in there and, just kind of hammer it in the fall and get it rooted really well. So, it is what it is, but that's not going to be too big of a deal, because I actually, kind of near that tree, I have 2 big spots, probably about like 1.5 feet in diameter, of like bunching tall fescue that I'm going to have to kill off too. So, there's going to be a little bit of work to be done there in the fall. And I knew that bunching tall was there. I'd kind of beat it up a little bit in the spring when I overseeded to try to work it out, but I'm just going to go ahead and gly it and, reseed kind of that whole strip that goes back to the sidewalk, because there's it's really been struggling. But the rest of the yard's not doing too bad. I did a little experiment 2 weeks ago, in my backyard, kind of like right next to my shed. I took it down super low, with my mower, and then I ran over with my little Sunjoe machine, my little dethatching machine, and pulled a whole bunch of dead crap out of there. And then I just made sure for the last 2 weeks to make sure that it was getting really good water. And I just kind of wanted to do a little test. It's about 4 foot by 6 foot, and it actually looks really, really good. I just kind of wanted to do a test and be like, what's going to happen if I take this down real low and then just kind of hit it with the dethatching machine and go. So I'm pretty happy with the results. So I think if I have the time this weekend, I might do that to the whole backyard. I think I might just take it down a little bit lower and dethatch it and just make sure that I'm keeping water on it like every other day that week. And because that one little like 20 square foot spot it's looking really good, and it was looking a little bit rougher. So I feel like it kind of helped to get some air in there and kind of let it breathe and get some of that dead shit out of there. So I felt pretty good about it. But overall, I mean, it was rough coming back from vacation. So
Yeah. So as you guys know, I was a little curious about summer stress because again, I spent 17 years in Phoenix, and similar to Cody, I had Bermuda grass, and it was, you wanted the heat, you needed the heat, and we're in the desert, so we had artificial rain that we could give it whenever we wanted to. So I've been kind of curious about this chat tonight to kind of see what you guys are doing. So it's good to hear your update, Brent. Does anybody use any other kind of products? I don't remember who it was. Somebody in our group chat talked about how you kind of prepare in the springtime for the summer, right? So it seems like lawn care is all about, you got to think 12 steps ahead, right? Because in spring, you're thinking back in the fall, wintertime, what am I going to do for spring? In the spring, you're planning for the summer. In the summer, you're planning for the fall. In the fall, you're planning for the spring. So did you guys do anything to help with heat stress? Because we can't predict the weather, obviously, so we didn't know it was going to get this bad.
Yeah,
Tried
I
to
don't know what
push
you guys just talked about. I had to go grab a low-calorie seltzer since my man, Mr. Lush Lawn, is not here tonight. So,
Repping Lush.
Yeah, shout out to
man.
Lush, Stripe Life, Sean. Bill.
yeah, I mean, I typically put down Hydrotane in the spring. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say like it's a miracle product, but it does seem to be effective. I buy it in the gallon jugs, and I usually share it with a couple of my neighbors. And I feel like it makes a difference in kind of prepping that. And then I just recently put down some of the, I think it's the 0025 from Simple Lawn Solutions. And that was honestly a lot just because my soil test came back saying I was deficient on K. But I also do think, from a stress relief perspective, that it does seem to have kind of areas that were burning out a little bit. I've definitely started kind of coming back and greening back up. But man, I keep my height of cut like really high during this time. Like excessively high, but I mean, I posted like a reel the other day. I mean, this is actually probably right now is probably the best my lawn's looked in a while. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with just keeping my height of cut pretty high. And I'm mowing like every 2 or 3 days, and I'm cutting it 4 inches.
I saw that video you put up, man. Your lawn's looking amazing. You're dominating both neighbors.
Those neighbors are hurting. I'll tell you what.
Well, my one neighbor, the one I like so much, he we've been in like 95 degrees pretty consistently here, and we've had very little rain. And this guy he irrigates so much that he's got an entire, like his whole front yard's got mushrooms now. I mean, if that gives you any indication, so pretty funny.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of those little guys on Saturday when I did my little new thing, my Saturday hardcore walkthrough. Saturday mornings, found a couple little mushrooms growing out there, kicked them over, get rid of them.
I'm gonna be getting in on that hardcore action here soon.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Shout out to our boy Midwesting there for spooling that up. That was a great idea. But Mark, I did something very similar. I did Hydrotane earlier in the summer, and then when I came back from Florida, that was kind of my plan, was just water the crap out of it. And I put down some of that 0025 as well. And I feel like that was a pretty good thing for me. I think maybe next year, one of the things that I'm going to think about doing is putting down some sort of fertilizer that's higher in K in the spring as well. That's got a little bit more K content to try to prep for that. Because I do that in the fall. I put down a 2020 in the fall to kind of get ready for the winter and hold on to some stuff. And I'm thinking maybe that wouldn't be a bad thing to do in the spring. Now, obviously, that's going to be totally dependent on what my soil test shows, coming out of summer when I do another soil test. So, but that was something I kind of thought about over the last couple of weeks as well. So I don't know what you guys think about that, or if I'm out of my mind or what.
No, I think that sounds good. As far as where I'm at, I had a 2-week period where I didn't get any rain a few weeks ago. And I don't irrigate my back lawn. So I actually didn't cut my back lawn for 2 weeks. Got long as shit. But We got a really good rain. I cut it. Had clippings all over the place. I swept them up with my lawn sweeper, and then we've been getting rain ever since. So just to get me through that drought stress, it was like a good fungus time. I just let it grow long and stay long. And then as soon as we got some rain, I cut it, swept them up, and then just back to regular schedule. It probably stressed out a little bit that first mow, but I kept it going. But my question is for you guys using hydrotane. I mean, do you guys notice it works? Do you guys notice a response from it? Do you feel like it's helping you? I'm just curious. I've never used it.
I think I'd have to use it. I don't know, a few more seasons at least. I mean, me being somewhat new to this, I mean, I'm not going to throw it down and come back in 3 or 4 days and be like, holy son of a, no, I think it's more of just sustained, it's going to sustain, what it has in there. It's going to make it look better, I guess. But I mean, it obviously didn't hurt it. So all for it.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I've only really, I don't want to call it independently tested, but like really tested it once. And I did both my parkways. They get equal amount of sunlight, everything. I did one with it and one without. I felt like there was a fairly noticeable difference. Nothing that, like, again, I don't want, I don't think it's like a miracle product, just like nothing of this stuff is. But I do feel like in areas that I put it in, I did half my backyard one time, and I did feel like from what it was retaining on my irrigation, I did feel like there was a difference in like the general turf quality. And like if you were to like take a screwdriver into the soil, I did feel like there was a difference in like the moisture level in there. So I feel like I've had success with it, so I'm probably going to continue to use it, but I don't know enough. I've only used it for 2 seasons now.
Are you guys using the liquid or the granular?
I use the liquid.
Yeah, and I hit my backyard with the granular.
Okay.
I feel like it works better for people who have a higher CEC. Like I have two different areas. Like at my shop, I got a little 3,500 square foot spot there I play with. It's got a higher CEC of 11 than at my house, which is like barely 5. I feel like it's worked better at the shop. I've used it in both places. And I feel like it's worked better in the higher CEC soils than it has in the low. Like over here, I can't tell it. And I know you have to.
It goes through too quick, right?
I don't know if it's going through too quick or if the CECs are so low that it doesn't help hold any moisture. I don't know
So you got like some sandy type soil at your house?
Yeah, it's gritty. It's just real gritty, like a bunch of BBs, because I'm close to a lot of rock quarries. But
hey, you're on mute, Brent. I seen you trying to talk.
Hey.
He's talking to Sheila.
Right.
No.
Busting.
I had to tell her a couple things. No, all I said was, you had said that before. Olee, I forgot about the quarry thing. I was like, that's right.
As far as preparing, and hydrotane, reducing water, I prepare in the previous fall and in the spring, and I'm always adding organic material to my lawn to increase the organic matter. Just by having 1% higher organic matter, your soil can hold like almost 17,000 more pounds of water per acre. Wow. And I actually kind of wanted to pull this up because like I'm always talking about like some organic stuff or whatever. And I'm not even really talking about the environment. I'm really just talking about the benefits. I'm getting free nitrogen. I'm getting free water. But I think this is interesting from Michigan State. They're reporting that every 1% of organic matter content, the soil can hold 16,500 gallons of plant available water per acre, soil down to 1 foot deep. So, it also even says in here, you putting in organic material in your lawn, it's going to take a long time for that organic matter to build. So, people who are like, oh, my organic matter is too high, I got to stop putting it down. It's going to take a lot to get that percentage up. So I would suggest, and that's what, well, at least my plan is, I'm always adding organic matter. I'm watching what I'm putting down, and always trying to, keep that level at a good level. I'm trying to shooting for between 4 to 6%. That's what Ohio State recommends. And it also even says in here, if you have a drought or if you're in dry conditions, that organic matter can really dissipate quick too. So, I mean, it's hard to get it up and it's hard to maintain. So, I mean, if you're just you always want to be feeding some organic material, to turn it into organic matter. At least that's my plan of attack to reduce watering.
That's nice.
So Zach, should I continue pooping in my lawn then?
You can. I mean,
have somebody
I don't know
that
what
does
you've
that
been
for you.
eating.
Yeah.
Eat a
All
bunch
that-
of bananas.
All
So
that.
Zach, all jokes aside for you. So I know, like, with you being really close there to Anderson's, are you putting on like humic DG, or what do you for organic material?
No.
What are you typically using?
I'm actually using this Ag League product. It's from Ohio Earth Company, Ohio Earth Food, and they has carbon. Actually, let me pull that thing back up. But it has carbon, humic, and which also is helping hold that water. It's even saying that 1 pound of carbon can hold up to 40 pounds of water. So that's about 38,445 gallons of total water per acre, 6 inches deep. So, I mean, I know, I mean, obviously I get the point when people say they don't want their organic matter percent too high. Cause I mean, if you get it too high, it's going to be like potting soil, and just nasty, mucky stuff. And I understand that, but I mean, it takes a lot to get that high. And, really, actually, the number one contributing factor is just kind of feeding your lawn too much and too much clippings blowing out and just breaking down where your lawn can't handle it, too much top growth. So I go on a low input, low salt diet on my back lawn. My front lawn, I give a little more love to, but actually my back lawn's probably looking better than my front lawn right now. So,
Hey, Zach, Drunk Lawn Guy wants to know if it's hard to get it up
and maintain it.
That's what he said.
it took a few years.
That's what the man said. He's just listening.
Are you
Yeah, and
gonna
also
change different
listen.
yard all day?
Long
I
guy.
constantly got to feed it to keep it up. So
yeah, appreciate you bringing .edu into the chat since Sean's not here tonight. But
that was
Yeah,
for
I-
Sean,
that's-
actually.
Zach, that's actually awesome information.
Yeah.
So I mean, so with that said, for anybody out there, so if you wanted to start including organic material into your lawn, let's say you got a normal, quarter acre lot or whatever, what's a cost efficient way or some products that somebody could use to start doing that?
It is a little more expensive. I will say that if you're going to just go on a granular fert side, but Olee, you go ahead. Cause I know you're always wheeling and dealing for some leaf compost and stuff.
Mr. Soul Life had just posted that 3% of organic matter and 18 inches deep can hold 120,000 gallons per acre.
Yep.
But what my goal is, like, my back there in the back's about 28,000 square feet. It's not irrigated. It was super dry, I think, about a month ago. It was basically like concrete, and I finally got to use my big aggravator. And I went back there with a bunch of 343 and actually 333 because I had it from Earthworks, chicken poop. And I loaded it up pretty good and then aerated all that into the ground as much as I could. And you're not supposed to, it's breaking the rules or whatever you want to say. It's 90 degrees. You're not supposed to be aerating or core plugging or any of that stuff because all the root damage. But I done that, and then I throwed the water to it, and then we did get a little bit of rain. I think like a half inch of rain, and man, it has woke up. It has soaked the water up like a sponge.
good. How long you been on that property, Olee?
I bought this place in 2014.
Okay.
And they didn't have any. I'd love to have a drone picture when I bought it because I did not have any grass. It was mainly trees. We took out like 115 trees. We brought in, I want to say, somewhere around 400 loads of dirt. And see, back then, if I'd know what I know now, I would have bought compost and chicken poop and whatever, and I would have tilled it into the top 6 inches.
Right.
And I would have changed the organic material. I would have changed the soil profile back then. But, as you do this, you learn a lot, you learn, I got all the time, what ifs all the time. So
Sure.
We need to do a before and after subject one night where we just talk
like
about,
our bodies or lawn or something.
we can do your body too, but I mean, we're
After.
because like Olee, you got some sweet pictures. You got some sweet before and afters. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I'd had a drone back in the very beginning. I would love to have some pictures above it back then, but I don't. One thing I want to do is some molasses, and I got some from.
Hey, sorry, real quick though. That's a good idea. Who is JoJo said, Olee, go to Google Earth and search old pics from past years. And you can do that actually. You can go back years and look.
Yeah, if you go to
that would actually
Google
be
Earth, or you can just even go to I'll pull up mine right now.
I do have a Google Earth from whenever I first seeded the place. And when I first seeded it was in 2015. And I can remember when I seeded it because that's when I first met my wife. She actually drove the truck as we were blowing straw. I was feeding straw. And that's the worst thing you can do is blow straw and try to grow grass, because then you bring every weed you ever known to man. But I can remember that was in 2015. And Google Earth, once it all germinated, man, I had some crazy patterns of my first spreading abilities. Overlaps and underlaps and everything else.
Well, it has gone well for you, sir. Oh, man.
I've learned a lot, man. Spin a lot, learn a lot.
Definitely spent a lot, learn a lot. As long as you're learning. And that's the thing.
Yep,
You gotta learn.
that's all I care.
Gotta learn.
As long as it's learning and improving, it ain't always improving, but at least I learn my screw ups. That's the biggest thing is you don't learn anything for free,
So we've got a couple giveaways to do tonight, guys, but I'm seeing about 55, 60-ish people in the chat, but only 28 likes. So I would like to see that go up a little bit higher. Maybe, what do you say? We do maybe 35 likes, then we start doing your guys' giveaways. So
Yes, sir.
everybody hit that like button real quick for us and see.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Here, real quick, I'll show you guys what my
Got your Google Earth.
what are you showing us?
Be careful. You ain't got none of them leggings on, do you?
I might.
Do they match that top?
Yeah, he's got the is that a crop top too?
I mean, it's in now, right?
That's a nice pink taco you got there.
Oh man.
Hey, well, while he's getting it up, so that
Yeah,
granular hydrotane actually has chicken poop in it, right? Yeah.
If you get the OG.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't really know much about hydrotane, but I mean, obviously they're putting that in there for something with water.
It's their carrier, but now the downfall to that is you only use like 2.9 of that product to get your hydrotane that you want. So it's really going out thin.
Okay.
So
what is this?
You have to
got a
cut
lot of
off the
tabs
live
up.
chat to find the like button if you're on an iPhone. You have to X out of the live chat and then you can see the like button.
It's right here. There you go.
Next to the top.
That's what my house looked like 2 years before I bought it.
Wow.
Wow.
So you cut that tree down?
Yeah, I cut that tree down, took out these flower beds over here, and then I had just bushes all the way along the side of the driveway and bushes all along the other side. And look, grass in the street. How about that?
Nice.
Unique. That was a unique feature. It was it's a nice thing to have.
Was that the same grass that you still have now, or what? Did you take all that grass out, or is it the same grass?
I've never killed it off totally.
No?
Just a lot of, aeration, overseeding it.
Just a little
Over
TLC.
the years, every couple of years. But yeah, it was pretty rough. The guy that we bought the house from was the original owner, and he was, he was an older gentleman. So we, he wasn't really out in the lawn and stuff. But yeah, just a lot of overseeding and, working with, selective herbicides and just kind of trying to get it to do its thing over the years. Because I don't know. I just never wanted to kill it off. Although now I'm really kind of getting the itch to kill it all off and I want it to be what I want it to be. And it's not, I haven't gotten it there yet. So I'm like, maybe I should just kill it all off. I don't know.
All right, guys. So we did it. That was pretty quick. We got up to 48 likes. Almost doubled our likes right there. So let's go ahead and do a giveaway. Cody or Olee, who wants to do there? Cody, you want to do yours? Zach, you going to do the video?
Zach, you can if you want to, but
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead, Cody.
all right, guys. Hey, as you know from Instagram and with Keep Off the Grass, I wanted to do a giveaway in part for hitting 1,300 followers on there, and kind of show my appreciation to you guys as well as Keep Off the Grass and give you guys something that you guys watch every night. So if you don't know, you're gonna get 3 KOTG shirts, mine and 2 of your choice, any color, any size, any fabric, a coffee mug, and a beer glass. So that's a pretty good giveaway. Not bad for somebody that loves us so much. So decided to do that for you guys, and I guess you can go ahead and hit that play button, and we'll see if this individual's in the chat. If not, he still wins. She wins. It don't matter. So yeah, Water 80, Jeremy Waters.
Congrats, Jeremy Waters.
Jeremy
Congrats.
Waters.
That's
Hey,
a
if
sweet
you
heck
are
of a
in the
swag
chat,
pack.
yeah, you guys are, it's awesome. These shirts are pretty sweet. I just got a whole bunch in the mail, and so reach out to me on Instagram and slide into my DMs tonight. And
So
give
hey,
me
the
that
chat's
address.
getting into some good stuff right now. They're talking about salt index and
Ooh.
MOP and SOP.
Like that.
You guys want to do this next
Man,
giveaway?
Sean's Midwest
Well,
Lawns, he
well,
missed
let's-
out tonight, man. This is like right in his wheelhouse.
It really is. Yeah.
How about
What is he
let's
doing?
switch it up?
Bad.
I think he said we got a couple. I think Nate and Sean. I think it's like kids sports stuff tonight. I think
Sounds
Nate
like-
it's like baseball or something, and I think Sean said they have a swim. His kids have a swim meet or something.
Yeah. So while we're doing this other stuff, while we're talking about the other stuff, let's go ahead and do let's do guest drawing for next week. How about that?
Hey, who wants to join us next week? Anybody want to
Yeah,
come hang out?
we've had some
Well, it's
sweet
must-
guests that
Well,
won it. Every guest that's won it has been awesome. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. This is probably my favorite part is when we have a guest on.
And you might win something afterwards. So who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know. Usually all the guests win something.
that's right.
Well,
All
I
right, what do
think
you
there's
want?
only one thing to type in the chat then. Keep it up.
Yep, I agree.
Type keep,
Keep
it
it
up in
up.
the chat if you want to come on next week.
Keep it
And,
up if
hang
you want to
out
come
with us.
next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee. Oh.
Where's Nate?
He would be going nuts right now, man. He would be giggling so hard. So if you want to join us, go ahead and type keep it up. And we'll see who we got. So the other thing we got, Keep Off the Grass, Lawn of the Week, currently supported by and sponsored by ProPete. ProPete is still on board with giving away a bag of fertilizer to the Lawn of the Week winner. So who do we got this week, fellas?
We have
This was
I
a
know
really
it
tough
is.
week again. I know we say this every week, but even the last minute ones that came in today, it was like, damn,
Yeah, somebody
they
tried to
look
pull
really
in right at the
good.
end.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing some new really awesome account, even people that's like just their first or second post coming in. That was really cool.
But yeah, the winner is
So this week, the winner is Simply Lawn Care TV.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
That was awesome.
he and I were messaging back and forth a whole bunch this week, and we were talking about, you see on the top left there, it's got the cross cut. We were talking about the cross cut, and he's like, man, I can't get a good enough picture of it. And I was like, dude, it's looking amazing. So he sent me so many damn pictures this week. I mean, me and him were talking like one day we were just like, we just kept shooting pictures of our lawns back and forth in a chat on Instagram. So so I just got a really good look at his lawn. I was like, man, he's got my vote. So congratulations, Simply Lawn Care TV, straight out of
Yeah,
Nash
he's a good
Vegas. Great job, brother.
That dark stripe is like dark.
Dark.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'm envious. I'll tell you what, I am.
He's got some good color, man. He's got some good color.
Yeah, that top right picture I like because not only like really like the good contrast on the stripes, but it also captures that domination line. And I'm definitely I got a soft spot here, man, because I got a really uneven hill on my house because I got like a walkout lot that's graded that way. So I like that he's still striping and
Mm-hmm.
No, it looks really good.
So one more thing that he's got to do is he's got to check in with the president and get straightened out. So welcome to the KOTG Lawn of the Week Club that I have no idea what it's about.
Forever.
We're not there. That's great. And
Yeah, that's awesome. He's a good guy.
I know we've been
Also-
saying
I also
want
wanna
to have all them
welcome-
guys on.
there was somebody else that just like jumped up hard on the radar today. And I just want to welcome him into the chat tonight. It's it's Mo time. So I don't know who
Okay.
you are.
Yeah, who is that dude?
But we saw you today, my man. He first started a new Instagram account, and the first post was tagging KOTG Lawn of the Week. He
Yep.
said that made listen, I'm gonna be honest, that made us feel really cool. That made us feel really good. So I mean, thank you guys for all the support, of the show and for interacting and tagging us and doing this Lawn of the Week thing. It's super fun for us to kind of like really see everybody's lawns and to be involved with the day-to-day and everybody's mow, everybody's how they're doing that week. I think it's great. I think it was a fun idea for us to do. We're gonna keep doing it. So thank you for all that content that you guys are tagging us in. I think it's just really cool to catch our attention, make sure we see it, and I'm loving it. I think all of us are loving it.
Heck
yeah. And that first picture he posted was fire. So man, you just got to keep it up.
No, yeah,
He made
definitely.
hot, telling you.
He actually, and there was only like two. He might be the second one. Somebody else was, and every pic he posted that week, that was current. That was current pictures. He posted all those this week and tagged all four of those.
Awesome. Nate, welcome.
What up, Nate?
Yo, you
Welcome.
missed it.
Talking about
you would have been giggling like a seventh grade girl, man.
Key chat word was "get it up."
I heard something about Zach couldn't get it up or had to keep it up. What did I miss?
He said it was hard to get it up and maintain it.
Yeah,
The maintaining.
it's you can lose it quick.
Only if you release, though.
Yep. If you get dry, actually.
That's why it's got to stay moist.
Love
Whoa.
it. Love it.
So,
All right,
yeah,
so
man.
I'm ready for the guest drawing. You guys ready for
All right,
this?
guest drawing.
All right, so whoop.
I didn't see
Start
many
too
things.
All right.
I see a lot of people typing in thick, looking thick, dark and thick.
Simply Lawn Care.
All right, here we go. So, surprisingly enough, this is crazy that we actually have more people, every time that we do this, there's more people that want to join in. So
Yes.
that's awesome, guys. We got 13 people that want to join us next week.
Oh man, drunk
So-
lawn guy. If drunk lawn guy wins, there's another drawing. There's another spin.
All right, we're gonna shuffle once. Go full screen. All right, let's see who it is.
Oh, what?
Hey,
First, we get to find out who he is.
Ray.
Cherry
Oh my
right
God,
away.
That's awesome.
Oh man, yes.
That's the
You
way
must
to
be glad he
introduced.
started that dedicated lawn Instagram this week. Good job, my man. Welcome.
All right, we'll get you details for the show
Okay.
next week.
Man, look at this
All right,
new
Olee,
lid.
wanna do yours.
Ooh, indeed.
Yeah, man. How we gonna do it?
Man,
What do
look
you
at
want
that
to
thing.
do? What is
Man,
it?
we're
tell us
loaded up
about
with
it.
stuff tonight.
Oatmeal.
That's a nice looking
Oatmeal.
sack.
It looks a little more like salt and pepper, honestly.
Really?
That for chicken?
I don't think it tastes that way.
Feed it
Put that
to
on
me.
the
That-
chicken.
that's for
what
that
do you
dark
want?
dark.
I want what?
I want main event.
All right, so you want people to type that in there?
Yes, sir. Hashtag I want main event. No,
So those
Yep,
those
yep.
have seen Ole's story. He's giving away a bag of main event.
3 pounds.
3 pounds of it.
And
Olee,
the,
Just quickly so
water
people know what is main event.
main event is a water soluble iron. So it's basically going to give you some good color. You're looking at 3 pounds at the low rate, which is 1 ounce. It'll cover an acre. At 2 ounce, it'll cover my math, half acre. And then at the high rate, which is 3 ounces, will cover 16,000 square feet. So
Nice.
Wow.
No, looks like everybody wants to try it out. So
good.
Yeah.
Let's get it going. They've been around forever. It's made by a company called Quest Products. And I was just, I got a case and I just wanted to show it to people, let other people know about it. There's other options. So
Sweet.
All right, I'm gonna be
How was the
busy
games, Nate?
watching this.
What are you up to?
Good. Kids had T-ball games tonight. So
Still got them
Okay.
stripes in the field?
that was the high school. So no, this is like a park and rec T-ball for the little kids. So yeah, kids did good.
no
My
stripes
daughter's-
over there.
My daughter's a stud. So you can, at this age, you can either hit off the tee or like soft toss to them. And she wants the soft toss and she was buzzing them over my head, man. It was cool.
Nice.
Nice.
So this is my coach's t-shirt. So
So
It's
tell
fun.
us about your heat stress, Nate. What do you got?
I ain't got any, boys.
Get out of here.
You
Get
know.
out.
Yeah, you've been getting
he
some
was
rain.
getting close for
You've
a
been getting
while,
wet.
and then he brought it back. Man, if I
Yeah.
could get my lawn to look like I don't know what Nate's doing. I gotta talk to you, Nate, like for real offline, and I'm gonna get on your plan.
Yeah. So, I mean, me and Mark probably have similar stories in regards to the weather and everything. But, for us, and I think most people, June was just crazy hot and dry. And that's normally our July, August. So it was for me, it was kind of unexpected. It was so early. And I don't know if I could say I was ready at that point. But I just started watering like crazy. I was watering, I wasn't using 200,000 gallons of water or anything. But I was watering, more than my normal 3 days a week. So I was watering quite a bit. I did go with the Pro Pete, which I believe I think I put down, I'm trying to think which one I put down earlier in Memorial Day. I'm trying to think, I put down Pro Pete, but I can't remember which one. I know I shared it. I don't know if it's 1358 or I'm not sure, but it was the one with the higher K.
7-4-14
Yeah. So I threw that down Memorial Day.
with SOP.
Yep. So I used that Memorial Day. And I think that helped a lot. And then, like I said, it was just bone dry. I think we went 3 weeks, no rain. I was just watering. And then I went out of town or did something where I was gone for like 5 days. And then when I came back, I could tell like right away, like it was, maybe starting to get there. But I definitely threw down the 0025 liquid from Simple On Solutions. And I thought that helped it a lot. I think I put an app of the, what would it be, the soil or root hume, soil hume. I think soil hume, the one with kelp in it. I threw that down, sometime during the month as well. So I think just that combination of really pushing the roots, to be healthy and not just pushing, top growth. I wasn't pushing a ton of top growth. Coming into July 4th, I think I was only at like 1.5 pounds of nitrogen for the year. So really, honestly, I haven't been putting a ton. So I think that helps too. Excuse me. I think I was focusing a lot more on, like I said, the roots and just getting a little more K in there.
What do you,
and then,
Nate, what are you cutting at right now, height wise?
Yeah, me generally, Memorial Day is kind of that's when I switch and I'll raise it up a notch. But honestly, this year in June, because it was so hot, I went up 2 notches. So I like to stay around like, was it 2.75? Yeah, like 2.75 is where I like to sit like up until Memorial Day. And then I generally go to like 3.25 and I carry that through the summer. But this year, I took it up to 3.75. So I'm actually taller than I've ever been. And I've always been a proponent of like, hey, in the summertime, mow it tall, it's healthier. I mean, I totally agree with that. But like, then when I get back to like spring and fall and I mow it back down to like 2.5, I'm like, God, I love the way this looks. And I want to do that all summer. But for me, like my ground is not leveled enough and I don't think it's healthy enough to make it through the summer. Unless I want to water every single day. So, I mow probably 3 to 4 times a week. It's a struggle sometimes. Like right now, it's long. I mean, I need to mow, and I'll probably actually bag it just because it's so long.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. So, which honestly though, like, I've kind of had this belief before that like in the summer, like maybe once a week or once every other week, I like to bag it, just because. And this is my belief. I'm not a professional. I don't know any EDU studies on this, but I think in the summertime when you have more clippings on the grass, they tend to get drier and burn. It just looks, in my opinion, it looks kind of dirtier. It looks not as healthy.
So it burns when you don't bag it?
No, I'm saying having all those clippings.
He got you.
Sometimes you got to double bag it.
You could.
Let me tell you what you do in them situations. You mow it. You go sit in the shade. You let that stuff dry out. You go mow it again.
Then bag up those clippings.
No, don't bag them. Chop them up. Let
them
return.
Let them go back in.
See, I guess
once it's dry, which now I'm also talking about, like the commercial mower I got, because once it dries on top like that, you go back and cut a different direction or whatever.
Yeah,
it disappears. It's gone.
Yeah, and and
what I do.
There's times where you don't have the time to do that though, and I mean bagging also takes a lot longer as well. But like I said, I mean it's been my belief that I'm going to mulch 99% of the time, and I'm probably only going to bag like 5 times an entire year. And so I've just kind of had that belief that like, maybe every once in a while in the summer, I'll just kind of bag it and pull all that shit out of there. Just kind of give it a clean look. But like I said, that's just my personal preference. Does it do anything? I don't know.
So Nate, a couple of people in the chat, they want to know if your secret is Bush Light or that sweet green hat that you have from Mountain View Seeds.
Yeah, this thing is pretty sick.
Sweet.
That's a great question.
Whew. That's nice.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Brian, I want to know what you're doing, Brian. You're in the salt desert.
Yeah, you know what?
You haven't really said what you got going on.
Basically, all I'm doing is watering, guys. I mean, I'm not pushing growth, so I haven't done fertilizer for 2 months. Maybe end of May, I last fertilized. But we're in a drought, and so my artificial rain is kind of cut back to basically they've done even number houses in my city. Even number houses have to water on like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the odd number houses have to do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. They won't let you do any watering on Sunday. So
That's weird.
So what happens if you do? Like I always wondered that.
Breaking the law. breaking the
I,
law.
Like-
you know what,
like
I
are they just
haven't been too rebellious about it yet.
They show up with
See you, Brent.
glyphosate and just kill it for you.
I know there's a guy that
No.
works around me, one of my neighbors, and I don't know if he goes out driving around checking on people watering in the middle of the night or what, but
John Klung guy.
He's probably under the influence. So probably not.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't be driving.
Probably
He might be
shouldn't.
walking or riding his push mower around.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Speaking
but-
of neighbors, I said a couple months ago, I was like, oh man, it's so cool that you got a guy that's like your neighbor, that's like an Instagram lawn care guy. I found out that LTZ Lawn Care lives like 5 minutes from me. So I also have an
sweet.
Instagram lawn care neighbor now.
awesome.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, all I do is water. I mean, I have the Ratio controller, and so it's set up to, it starts at 10 o'clock at night, and it'll just water through the night every other day. And I don't know, it looks pretty good. It's thick, so I'll take it.
Where's your water come from?
Mine's city water.
Is it
So-
that Lake Meme or something like that?
You know what? I know there's a few lakes. Lake Mead is down by Las Vegas.
Okay.
I don't think we're drawn from that. But I mean, we do have the Great Salt Lake.
I was hearing where both of those were super, super low this year.
Yeah, yeah, and that's with the drought. So the Great Salt Lake is, I don't know, they said it was 20 feet below normal level, and that's quite a bit for that size of a lake.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it comes from the mountains, right? So you guys have seen my pictures. I live basically in a valley, and so
Beautiful.
the snow runoff, the snow melt, they catch it all. They have all these catching stations up in the mountains, and so they catch all that runoff and stuff coming down the river, and then they use that to fill up all their tanks and stuff like that.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
Yo, so we got this giveaway rolled up.
All right.
Wow.
Yes. It took me about 10 minutes to write down everybody's names. So got everybody in here. So let's share the screen.
I'm glad you're doing it.
You're
That's
gonna
you be writing.
All right. So we have 32 people that want main event. Hashtag
That's
I
wonderful.
want main event.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shuffle it 5 times because 3 plus 2 just to get a good shuffle. Just so you guys know, when you see that Brian in there, that's not me. I don't. There's somebody in there. That
Sure.
Right.
Oh, you got the music
Common
ready?
name.
4, 5.
There's no.
Man, that sack would last you 2 years.
Here we go.
Oh, that's sick.
Music.
Dang.
All right.
All right, turf
man.
nerd.
Sweet.
These nuts. Got him.
Congrats.
Got him.
Never gets old.
Yeah.
Guys, listen to last week's show, driving down the road. I just had it on as I was driving down the road, listening to it. And when Olee did that last week on the drawing, I just started busting out laughing as I'm driving down the road. And I'm like, God, it just never gets old.
Catch you off guard. Opportunity.
Yeah. But
Sweet.
All right. So, what else you guys got anything else to talk about? See anything in the chat?
We were gonna get to something earlier, and I can't remember what it was.
The SOP, MOP. People were talking about salt index. Did you guys talk about that? I was busy typing.
Yeah, we were gonna. Yeah, somebody started mentioning the salt index, and we were gonna.
Yeah, the salt index. I would just say you can definitely salt out your lawn in the summer. I mean, like, people say, oh, burning. I don't believe you can really burn your lawn with a lot of fertilizer, but I mean, you can definitely salt it out.
So what does that mean, salted out? I mean, I'm picturing some salt being thrown out.
It's
on
like
the grass.
looking at your back lawn where your dog pisses.
Yeah, okay. There's lots of spots, huh?
And a lot of people, I posted something about this, like, I don't think like a dark blue green lawn all year is necessarily means you got a healthy soil, healthy lawn. You can put a bunch of quick release on there, you can put some iron, but you're gonna have some really high highs where your lawn's gonna look badass, but you're gonna have some low lows. So I mean, it's like pumping your lawn with steroids, but your soil has these small little balls. You know, like, I mean, and it just can't, like, you know, kind of just like steroids. I mean,
you have no huevos.
So I mean, that's how I look at it, and that's what I'll see. I mean, you know, a lot of these blue seas of green, and then, you know, it looks like dump for, you know, a couple months, and then it goes back up in the fall. So I mean, that's what I'm talking about, salting the lawn.
Okay.
Yeah, and soil, you know, I was doing a lot of reading earlier this year on, like, you know, soil salination and, you know, salt. You know, I'm interested in a lot of more natural fertilizers, and so I did a good amount of reading on some on like soil salination and how that affects the uptake of nutrients and stuff like that. So I mean, if any of y'all are interested in that, again, like we always say, soilsalination.edu in a Google search, and you'll bring up some you know, journal articles, some professional articles, and you know, kind of get an idea of, you know, how that salt content in just in the soil, you know, especially if you're coastal, and you know, also with fertilization products, how that affects the actual nutrient uptake of the grass plant. So I don't have everything in front of me, and it was a little while ago since I read a lot of those articles, but you know, I had printed out a number of articles and sat there and, you know, read them with the highlighter and went over all that stuff. So I mean, it's definitely something to look into, because that's going to affect, you know, your nutrient uptake and how your grass plant is using all the nutrients that you are throwing at it, you know, and the nutrients that are readily available in the soil. So
Awesome. All right.
So next time we need an episode on how to recover from stress.
There you go. Now we know how.
This is it, man.
Oh yeah, I don't mean personal stress. I mean stress in the lawn. I'm interested in how much molasses can turn things around. So
yeah,
there's actually a really interesting comment here. You know, KOTG guy here to Ambitious Lawn says, how about when your neighbor's salt pool is flushed and 500 gallons overtake their yard and goes into a quarter of your yard? Ooh. Is there legal recourse on that, man? Because that would piss me off.
They got a saltwater swimming pool.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
a lot
cool.
of people. It's actually, I learned this year that's actually pretty common. In fact, somebody in my neighborhood across the street has one.
Arizona is big too.
I heard people are doing that because there's like going to be a chlorine shortage because like some plant in like Oklahoma or something, or Texas, like burned down,
blew up. Yeah.
So I heard that was possibility of going to be something, but I didn't know people are actually doing it.
Yeah, it was a thing in Arizona for years and years. They had community pools that were salt pools, just because you don't have all the chemicals and stuff like that. So,
and Drunk Lawn Guy wants to know when we're doing an episode on beers. It's a great question.
Whenever we run out of topics, we're just gonna have a party. I want to have a Saturday night party. Anybody who wants to come on. Let's get 40 people in here and let's get ripped up.
Like that. Oh, I'm about it.
Zoom limit. We'll just give out the code.
Saturday night.
You say beers or beards?
I think
beers.
Both.
Beers?
I guess both. Yeah, probably.
Beards and no mustache.
Beards and beards.
Shaving off your mustache accidentally.
All right, guys. Great episode tonight. We talked a lot. We had some good information out there. I'm excited to hear it on the podcast. So thank you guys in the live chat for joining us. We appreciate you. Appreciate the support, and appreciate you guys coming up with some great information we can talk about on Tuesday night. So we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Yes, we will.
Go Hawks.